It's a TurboWeasel morning. Oh, sun's peeking out. There's that blue Mitsubishi I looked at with Mrs. CW last year. Oh, it's not focusing, sorry. That's a cool, bright blue metallic. Anyhow, back to the problem at hand. I've got my own green metallic pisserized TurboWeasel suburban. Gotta go work on that floor today. But I'm trying to finish up this alternator so Mrs. CW can use her TurboWeasel Suburban. So I made a bracket. I cut it a fraction too short. And the problem I'm running into is the reinforcing bracket bolt I'm putting in the back is hitting my intercooler pipe really hard. I trimmed the bracket. I put a washer in for a spacer. I've got to trim the washer, trim the washer head bolt, flange head bolt. So when I bolt everything up, that bracket's going to be welded in place. I'm going to have to put a wrench on that, and there's no room to put a wrench on it. It's a long bolt. We've got a ½ inch of threads in there, several centimeters. So, once that's welded, how do I put a stud on it, I suppose? And put a nut on the back. Because I'm not going to be able to, unless I remove this tube, which is nicely siliconed in place. And I already had this thing blow off in Texas near the Oklahoma border, if you recall, from last summer. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to remove the tube. It comes off in 2 seconds. I'll just undo that clamp and bend the tube out of the way. That's a silicone fitting. It'll move really easily. That's what's going to have to happen. Because you can't get in there with a wrench. Can't put that bolt in. Too tight. Yep. So big block Chevy has my rear alternator bracket when I decide, if I decide ever to sell this T-Ruck. But I wonder if he has the optical sensor for a certain red Suburban that only runs with the optical sensor unplugged in limp home mode. Won't run with it plugged in. Maybe it needs an optical sensor. I don't want to change the injection pump. It's a big job. Got to remove the intake manifold, drain the coolant, I think, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe not. Gaskets, wires, connectors, clips, asking for trouble. So, guess I'm going to remove this tube, weld that in place, triangulate it, and finish up. All right, it's welder time. My Lincoln welder I've had for 22 or 23 years. Crazy, huh? Quarter of a century. I've got this tightened up so it stops from wobbling. Alignment doesn't look right. Looks like it's tilted that way. Huh. I wonder how that could be. I got it bolted up flat to the mounting surfaces. I'm going to be welding on a piece. It may not ride straight. I'm going to just tack it on the corner in case the angle's not right. It should be bolted up flat, square, but it doesn't look right. It looks like the pulley is tilted. Yep. Huh. Oh boy, I had the same problem on the was it the Blazer or the POS plow truck. I put that monster old GM alternator on and it never sat square. I used to chop up expensive belts. The cheap ones were fine, but put in a fancy $10, $12 belt on it, would chew it up. Put a cheapie on for $3, it was fine. Yeah, that's what we got here. Got an alignment problem. Maybe I'll put the belt back on and see if I can see anything better or worse with the belt on. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe it'll chew up the belt. Maybe I'm just seeing things. That bolt is tight on the back, I think. Yep. Oh, well, I'll just weld it on the corner. Deal with it at a later date, which means never. Gotta be flat and square. Well, this thing is just a pivoting bracket, but the bottom one bolts to the big thick bracket. A big thick one, you can't see it. Somewhere there. Somewhere. There's an inch and a half. That big. Oh well. Time to weld. I need 2 hands to weld. Or can I put the camera somewhere? Put my mask on. Yep. Some people call it a hood, mask hood. Watch your eyes. Well, let's see how this thing works. Alright. Turbo intercooler hoses back reconnected, tightened up so I don't pop one and get crazy EGTs and black smoke. This bolt is tight. Tight. Back one's tight. My bracket is partially welded. And I've got a straight edge. I've got the lanyard and the lens. I've got a Westcott flexible stainless steel ruler made in the USA. Yep. And I put the ruler on the idler pulley, tensioner. There's definitely a discrepancy. See, it's on the right side of the screen. It's more open. That would be square. That would be exaggerated. That's touching the idler tensioner. I need Mr. Huck this 1971 to bring his Bombardier expertise here. Yeah, that doesn't look right at all. Eyeball. This is what it should be. Exaggerated. This is what I got. This is what it should be. That's square. That's the way it is, and that doesn't look right. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe the flexible belt will make it disappear, but everything is bolted up. I'm going to plug in my wire, which is way down in the bottom now. It used to be up on the top. I'm going to put my battery cable, which was... Whoa! And my log just flipped. I wish I was taller. Yeah. Bolt up my battery and my wire there for the computer. I'm gonna have to drill that, I think. Oh, I love drilling thin things. It's gonna twist and deform. Good luck. Need to punch it, which I do have a set of hole punchers and a block of wood. We'll see if this baby cranks up and charges. Give me a few.